The ground shook, buildings trembled. BULLZully looked around, confused. He felt different, stronger. A voice boomed in his head. "You are not one," it said. "You are four." BULLZully reeled. He closed his eyes. He concentrated. Suddenly, he understood. He was BULLZully, yes, but also ZULLBULLY, and Bulls of Zulls, and Zulls of Bulls. Four beings in one. BULLZully looked at his hands, amazed by the raw power coursing through his veins. He had never felt so alive, so potent. But he also felt a pang of fear. This power, this division, it was new, unfamiliar. He wasn't sure he could control it. Little did he know, this was only the beginning. His destiny, intertwined with the fate of the universe, was about to be revealed. Word spread like wildfire. BULLZully, no, the four BULLZullys were here. The news reached the darkest corners of the universe, catching the attention of some unwanted listeners. Marvel's rivals. They scoffed, they laughed. They saw this as a challenge, an opportunity. Thanos, his infinity gauntlet glinting menacingly, simply smiled. Four BULLZullys, you say? Amusing. But can they withstand the might of the Infinity Stones? He chuckled. I think not. The rivalry was on, the battle lines were drawn, and the universe held its breath. The first encounter was chaos. BULLZully, ZULLBULLY, Bulls of Zulls and Zulls of Bulls, each more formidable than the last, charged into battle. Their combined might was a force to behold, shaking the very foundations of reality. But something was off. They were strong, yes, but their attacks lacked coordination. Their powers, while impressive, were disjointed, unfocused. They fought bravely, pushing back against waves of Chitauri and Outriders, but the tide seemed to be turning. The combined might of Marvel's villains, orchestrated by the cunning Thanos, was proving to be too much for even the four BULLZullys to handle. Hope seemed lost. Could they possibly prevail? As the BULLZullys stumbled, a voice echoed through the chaos. Did someone order a fifth? It was Mr. Mageba, the secret persona, the missing piece. He was calm, collected, the eye of the storm. He moved with a grace that belied his immense power. With a flick of his wrist, he unleashed a wave of energy, decimating the enemy ranks. The BULLZullys, surprised but invigorated, rallied behind him. They had found their missing link, their leader. Finally, they felt complete. The arrival of Mr. Mageba changed everything. He brought with him not just raw power but also strategy, coordination, and a calmness that had been sorely lacking. He became the conductor of their orchestra of destruction, guiding their combined might with precision and purpose. They fought as one, a whirlwind of fury and might. BULLZully's brute strength, ZULLBULLY's agility, Bulls of Zulls' ferocity, Zulls of Bulls' tactical mind, and Mr. Mageba's leadership formed a force that seemed unstoppable. The tide had turned, victory seemed within reach, but Thanos, ever the strategist, had one last trick up his sleeve. He was just getting started. Thanos, watching the battle unfold, let out a low growl. So, they've joined forces, have they? Interesting. He raised his gauntlet. But even their combined might is insignificant against the power of the Infinity Stones. With a snap of his fingers, the very fabric of reality warped. The battlefield shifted, the ground beneath the heroes' feet crumbling away. They were separated, each trapped in a pocket dimension tailored to exploit their weaknesses. Despair began to creep in. Were they doomed to be picked off one by one? BULLZully, trapped in a dimension of swirling chaos, felt panic rising. He was outmatched, outmaneuvered. But then, he remembered. The Gigma. A power deep within him, a legacy passed down through generations. He closed his eyes, focusing his will. Gigma! He roared. Activate! A surge of energy coursed through him, transforming him into a being of pure light. He could feel the Gigma flowing through him, granting him speed and strength beyond measure. But it wasn't enough. Thanos, even weakened from using the Infinity Stones, was still too powerful. He needed more. He needed a miracle. Just when all hope seemed lost, a voice boomed across the dimensions. Fear not, BULLZully, I have arrived! It was Big Boy Ire, the Pookie of BULLZully. He stood tall, a beacon of hope in the face of despair. Your Gigma, he boomed. It is strong, but it can be so much more. He raised his hands, channeling a power as old as time itself. Behold the Pookie power up! The Gigma reacted instantly, surging with renewed power. It was no longer just Gigma, it was Pookie Gigma, and it was glorious. The Pookie Gigma surged through BULLZully, shattering the dimensional barriers that held him captive. He emerged, more powerful than ever before, the embodiment of Pookie-enhanced Gigma energy. Thanos, weakened and caught off guard, could only watch in horror as BULLZully unleashed the full force of his newfound power. The Infinity Gauntlet, unable to withstand the combined might of the Gigma and the Pookie power-up, shattered into a million pieces. The battle was over. Good had triumphed, and the universe breathed a collective sigh of relief. The legend of BULLZully, Zulbully, Bulls of Zulz, Zulz of Bulls, Mr. Magiba, and Big Boy Ire, the Pookie of BULLZully, would be passed down through generations. A reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope, courage, and the power of Pookie Gigma can prevail.